All right, so we are on lesson 16, our continuation of lesson 16. So what I would like you to do is we're going to scroll on down here. You're actually going to look at the next page that starts with example number 2. So what we're looking to do here is take more of situational problems and write expressions off of them. We'll start off by just kind of drawing some basic visuals out just to help us out with it. But as you're ready to, you just kind of throw those visuals off to the side as you're kind of comfortable with it. So, example 2, the first one here is Marcus has $4 more than Yassine. If Y is the amount of money Yassine has, write an expression to show how much money Marcus has. Well, if we compare the two of them, if we say this is how much money Marcus has has 4 more, so Yassine is going to be a lesser amount. So write an expression to show how much, but we have to use Y, which is Yassine's amount. So if we take Yassine's amount, which we are calling Y, what would you have to do? Well, you'd have to add 4 on to get to Marcus's amount. That's all we want. We want to write out an expression. Y plus 4, show's over. There's no equal signs. That would make it into an equation. We just want it to be an expression. All right, well, the second one shouldn't be too bad here. Mario is missing half of his assignments. If A represents the number of assignments, so if there's his assignments that he has, but he's missing half of them, so it's kind of like we're cutting it in half. Write an expression to show how many assignments Mario is missing. Well, we can take his assignments. If we cut it in half, that means to divide by 2. Remember, we do want to get comfortable using that fraction bar instead of using that division symbol. So just get used to that. A little adjustment there, I understand. Let's look at the next one there. Camilla's weight has tripled since her first birthday. That's good for babies being, first birthday there. Let's keep that in mind. Maybe not as good for you if you're tripling your weight, all right, at this stage of the game, but I know it wouldn't be good for me. Okay, so back to the story. W represents the amount Camilla weighed on her first birthday. So W is how much she weighed on her first birthday, but it's tripled. Tripled means to multiply times 3. So this is what I mean. Like sometimes you just don't. There's no need to go with the visual there. You go with the weights, and then the weight again, and then the weight again. Remember, repeated addition is the same as yes, multiplication. That's why we can just jump to saying 3W. All right, so here we go. Nathan. Nathan's bringing cupcakes to school and gives them to his 5 best friends who share them equally. C represents the number of cupcakes he brings to school. So, all right, so if we've got cupcakes that he brought to school, all right, and he's sharing them with 5, so it's going to 1 person, 2 person, 3, 4, and then to 5 people. Write an expression. Well, okay, we don't know how many he has, so he's got C amount, but we know we're going to have to divide them up equally between 5 people. So that's why we just say C divided by 5. Mrs. Marcus combines her atlases and dictionaries and then divides them among 10 students. So she combines the atlases and the dictionaries, then divides among 10 different students. So we got A is the number of atlases. All right, so we got us some atlases. D is the number of dictionary. We got us some dictionaries. All right, we combine them together, and then we're going to share them among 10 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I said, visualize now, you're probably going, come on. But yeah, this is the idea, is we take the total amount, which would be A plus D, all right, and then we're going to divide it among the 10 different ones. So yeah, like I said, if you're ready to get rid of the visual, I get it here. So try the next one there. Read the next one there, pause it, all right, and see what you get. Let's check. All right. Ivan's coach told him that he needs to take 4 times as many free throws as jump shots. So F is your free throws. J is your jump shots. All right. He needs 4 times. So yeah, 4 times F. Make sure we're writing out the 4 first and the variable second. We're doing both of them there. All right. So we do need to add it together, and then 4 times the amount of jump shots. So 4F plus 4J. let's go to the next page here. What I want you to do is try, all right, 19 through 22. The way this is kind of review. They're just going flat out, just translate it. So go ahead, hit the pause button, all right. Try those 4, and I'll slowly get answers up here while that's going on. So 4, excuse me, B decreased by C squared. B decreased, so we'll take it away by C, and squared means second power. 24 divided by the product of 2 and A. So 24 divided by the product. Now remember, product means answers to multiplication, so we are thinking about parentheses. 24 divided by 2A. So we do need parentheses, but we're not going to want to write it out like that. We want it as a fraction, so 24 divided by 2a. Remember, that does build the parentheses into it, which is another thing that kind of saves us of why we like to use a fraction bar. All right, 150 decreased by the quantity. Quantity means get ready to use parentheses. So decreased by the quantity of 6 plus b. All right. And 22, the sum of twice C and 10. Twice C, that means 2 times C. Sum means we're going to add. Remember that word and is going to pop up a lot, so there's your addition sign. 2C plus 10. That's all it takes. That's all we need. All right, so let's run through the last set that we've got here. Again, just kind of go through the explanations here. Mario had $35, but then spent M. These are much faster. This is why I'm going to kind of abandon the visual here. Had 35, but then spent, so we're taking it away. We don't know how much he spent, so minus M. Samantha saved her money, was able to quadruple the original amount. Quadruple. Quadruple means to times by 4. So take the original amount and times it by 4. Veronica increased her grade by 4 points and then doubled it. So notice we've got the pause that's in there. Notice also we've got the comma that's in there. So Veronica increased her grade, which is G. She increased it by 4 and then doubled it. So we do need to wrap it in parentheses and then times it by 2. You can write it out like this, G plus 4 in parentheses and then times it by 2. As you move forward with your math career, you are going to start seeing it always to be out in front because of your good friend, the distributive property method, and you'll be hanging out with him a lot over the next years. So here we go. Adbel had Adbel. Wow, I think that's a typo on a name there. I don't know. Adbel. All right, Adbel had M pieces of candy, ate 5. So if you have this amount and then you ate 5, that means you're taking away 5. Then she split the remaining amount among the 4 friends. So we've got to get the answer to this first, then we can split them up, which means we can go ahead and divide. Did you get that? Or were you? Yeah, you're just saying yabba dabba do because we're almost at the end there, right? All right, let's look at the last two. To find out how much paint is needed, Mr. Jones must square the side length of the gate and then subtract 15. Oh my goodness, they didn't give us a variable here. They didn't give us a letter. All the other ones, they gave us something. So when they don't give us the letter to use, guess what you do? Yep, you just simply choose your own letter. So Mr. Jones must square the length of the gate. Square the side length of the gate. So I'm just going to call it X. We're going to square it, so that means to the second power, and then subtract 15. So then minus the 15. Last one, Lewis brought X cans of cola to the party. Faith brought D cans, and Deshaun brought H cans. How many cans did they bring all together? All together means to, yep, add. So let's add them up. X plus D plus H. That's all that we want. All right. Like we said, keep in mind, don't worry about trying to solve things. That we're just trying to write out our expressions. So if we did know the amounts, we could go ahead and simply plug them in.